This is your Eastern Mountains Neighborhood Forecast.
Hello everyone, Chief Meteorologist Mike Kruger, your Eastern Mountains Neighborhood Forecast. Temperatures in the 30s, 40s, just depending on where you are. I think Susanville, Bernie could see some snow. Paradise, it'll be borderline. We'll see. Let's take a look at what's going on right now. We've got the colder air that's been in place over the last few days. The flow around that low pressure system has basically taken this warmer storm system and slingshotted it right here into Northern California. So we're going to see the rain pick up in intensity through the day today. And we're also going to be looking at that warmer air riding over that colder air, and that's why we do expect to see some of those lower snow levels. Now, there still are flood concerns with a flood warning through noon today for northwestern Lassen County. We take a look at Susan River at Susanville. It's been a little swelled up, but it should stay below that flood stage here in the extended range here. Now, looking at the winter weather alerts, it's basically a winter storm warning for all of the eastern mountains here, and that's going to be through Friday. Now, here's what we've got. This morning, starting off with dry conditions. Then through the morning, we start to see that rain and snow pick up in intensity. Now, what you'll notice here, we are seeing some snow, then of course rain. What's happening is this, the colder air is in place. I think a lot of the lower mountain communities will start off with snow, and then the warmer air associated with the storm system may mix out some of that colder air, causing snow levels to maybe rise a little bit. But then that colder air begins to kind of settle back in, and I expect those snow levels to probably drop a bit as we go into Thursday evening, Thursday night, of course tonight, and into Friday morning. But look at this too. We could be looking at the potential for some isolated thunderstorms as we go into the afternoon, tonight, and even into tomorrow. But see how that colder air is kind of filtering in? I still expect to see some snow, lower snow levels by the time we do get into Friday morning. And then the chances for snow really start to diminish through the afternoon on Friday. But there you can see some of the snow totals that we do have. Bernie, maybe 4 to 8 inches, 2 to 4 inches possibly in Susanville, Portola, about 2 to 4, Chester, maybe 4 to 8 inches. I'll tell you what, this is the raw model data that we're taking this out of, and looking at other forecast models, pretty good alignment that we're looking at some of these totals here, even Shingletown possibly at 3,500 feet, possibly around 2 to 4 inches of snow. All right, let's take a look at the forecast road conditions. You see how they're just going to deteriorate throughout the day today. Noon, the snow levels start to lower. They're rising a little bit as we're starting to see a bit of more of that mix here. And then even by the time we get into 4 a.m., yeah, once again, we're still seeing some of that snow. So road conditions are getting worse. If you're traveling in the mountains here for today and even tonight and tomorrow morning, do note that you may run into some, most likely, we'll run into delays due to chain restrictions. The winds are expected to pick up here later today. You can see here, looking at a lot of greens and yellows, that's 20 to 30 miles per hour coming in from the south. Still pretty gusty even this afternoon and evening. By tonight, they really start to ramp up. Now we're talking 40 to possibly 50 miles per hour, especially for some of those mountain ridge tops. And then by Friday morning, they should start to subside as we take you through the day on Friday. Here's your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast. Temperatures on the cool side, only reaching somewhere in the mid-30s. So Bernie, yes, I think you could see some snow here for today. And it looks like we're dry by Friday, dry through Tuesday. By the way, that it's around Wednesday, Thursday that we may see that chance for snow. I forgot to take that out. I meant to take that out here, but we are mainly looking at dry conditions through most likely Wednesday, then maybe Thursday of next week. Thing is, the forecast models are kind of going back and forth on the potential of when we start to see the next chance for rain and snow next week. And they're kind of going back and forth between Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Let's take you down to the south where there you can see Paradise, a high of about 48 degrees today. We're going to be mainly looking at the form of rain. I think we may be a little hard pressed to see snow in Paradise, but again, we're kind of, some of these lower communities, they say around, you know, between 1,500 and 2,000 feet. That's kind of the borderline of where we start seeing kind of that rain-snow mix. All right, so there you can see temperatures mainly in the 40s, though, in many locations. Looking at Susanville, I think Susanville could see some snow today. And then again tomorrow, especially for the first half of the day. By Friday afternoon, a lot of that moves out. Should be dry through the weekend. I am expecting dry conditions here, possibly through the middle of next week. As I mentioned, forecast models kind of going back and forth on our next chance for rain and snow, which possibly could be as early as Wednesday. But for now, I'm going to keep it dry with better chances coming in on Thursday of next week.